What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another post-game show here on Mets Central. And the Mets get swept in their opening series against the Milwaukee Brewers as they lose 4-1 today. I don't even know where I even want to take this because I'm honestly like, we're 3 games in and I'm pissed off and disgusted with the fact that I have to watch this crap for another 159. I'm tired of this already. I'm aggravated with this already. And there's not much that's really going to change my mind on this other than there needs to be something. Like, if this is truly this feel it out year for this team, David Stearns is not going to like this feel it out year at all. There's a lot of things that are gross about this team right now. And I don't even know what there is to say, honestly, because the top guys are not producing at all. Nimmo and Lindor have done nothing to start the season so far. That will change, but realistically, when is it going to change? That's I think, a valid question, considering you're going against a team that's not even projected to be high in the standings right now. But that's neither here nor there. You have Pete Alonso, who just is not doing a lick on the defensive side. And anytime he does get a hit, it's when there's nobody on base at all. So what does it matter? And for whatever reason, Jeff McNeil has to hit cleanup instead of putting Francisco Alvarez, who has been the only guy that has showed up this entire season so far. For whatever reason, no, cannot put Francisco Alvarez in the cleanup spot. Instead, it's got to be guys like Jeff McNeil and Tyrone Taylor. And funny enough, Tyrone Taylor was the only other guy that really had competitive at-bats in this game. You had a few from Marte, but that's about it. Jeff McNeil, though, he can't hit high in the lineup anymore. He can't. He needs to either be out of the lineup entirely or be hitting ninth at this point. At this point, I'd put Harrison Bader over him in the lineup because I'm tired of this crap from him. And if he's going to, whine and bitch and moan every single time he gets out, then something has to be done about this because I'm tired of it, honestly. There's no reason to put up with this garbage anymore if this is just who he's going to be. I'm not listening to the it's 3 games in crap. I've seen this since 2019. He had a solid year in 2020, shortened year. And then ever since then, he's just been garbage outside of 2022, where he won the batting title. And he had a solid season there. But outside of that, the past 4 years, it's just not been good enough. And if he's not going to get going, he's got to move down the lineup. It's just that simple. And I'm tired of this crap with this group. I just simply am. And this is why all offseason, when they were doing the managerial search, I said that they need to get somebody that's a disciplinarian in here. And now I'm starting to see why I shouldn't have even fell into the trap here with Carlos Mendoza. And he didn't manage this game, so I'm not entirely blaming him. And I'm not going to say right now that I'm entirely out on Carlos Mendoza. He could change my mind by next week even. But right now, off the rip, I'm not liking what I'm seeing here from him. In my opinion, they need a disciplinarian. I tried to sell myself on this Mendoza thing. Again, maybe he changes my mind. But in my opinion, a true disciplinarian was needed because this group has so many question marks in the clubhouse. And how many times have we talked about it? How many times have the media talked about it, radio stations, whoever it may be? There's been nonstop conversations questioning this group. And for whatever reason, we just decided to ignore it and put our Met goggles on once the offseason went along. And they needed a disciplinarian. They needed a fiery guy that's going to go in there. And anytime something's wrong, he's going to discipline them. And if guys aren't performing well, there's going to be discipline versus this whole crap where, oh, well, let's hit Jeff McNeil here because of the analytical approach, which, by the way, the whole analytical approach with the top 3 in the lineup, that needs to change and shove it up your keister because they got to change the top 3 in the order. I know it's just one series, but you cannot possibly convince me they should roll with that after this series for now. You got to try to find a different combination. And Pete Alonso, he needs JD Martinez behind him because as much as I was getting mad with Pete Alonso only hitting with guys out and nobody in front of him on base, he's got to get his protection back there with JD Martinez to help him out. And I don't know how much JD's going to help this team regardless, because you have way too many guys that are just underachieving right now, and that like, quite frankly, I don't expect to do well all year. Like, let's be frank here. The bottom three in the order, you got automatic outs down there, especially with Omar Narvaez, which, why is it that this team waved the white flag? You're down by 3 runs with 2 outs. I get it, but why are you not pitch hitting for Omar Narvaez there? Well, maybe the answer just simply is the fact that this bench has nobody on there that's competent to go up there and swing the damn stick right now, because you elect to send Mark Vientos to AAA for whatever reason, because Zach Short is apparently more important to this roster, or, you know, whoever else, Joey Wendell, who hasn't even gotten at bat, or any of these other crappy guys that we haven't even seen yet. Maybe that's what it is. But all I know is that if these rookies don't come up anytime soon, the season's going to just go down and out of control quickly. They need these rookies up here and pronto, because Tyrone Taylor, he had competitive at bats. I'm not going to take it away from him, but they're going to need Drew Gilbert to rake in AAA and get up here quickly if they want a chance at competing. They're going to need Acuna up here if they want a chance at competing, because Jeff McNeil, I can't watch it. I simply cannot watch it. He's swinging first pitch, second pitch, nonstop. And I'm just aggravated with it, because how many times do we have to watch this crap? And then Johan Ramirez comes into the game, and respect to him for eating 3 innings. He didn't do bad, all things considered, but there was no business for him staying in there that last inning of his appearance, of his outing there. I don't see why he stayed there, but, you know, it ended up working out, actually. So you know what? That was the 7th inning. Even in the 6th inning, though, I was kind of questioning why he was in the game. But regardless, I don't know. And then Brooks Raley, he was good at least. Drew Smith got out of a jam. Good for those two. Tyler McGill did not have it at all. He threw like 30 pitches in the 1st inning. Whoop-de-damn-do. I mean, like, that new splitter was supposed to be the saving grace. I don't know. I don't know if I'm even going to try to entertain the idea of Tyler McGill being good. Until I get a reason to and see it, I don't know if I'm going to just buy it at this point. He walked the damn park. And you know what? His baseline numbers, though, weren't terrible, considering the fact that he did look like garbage. The fact that he held it down the 1 run, granted that he had that big double play at one point in the game to help him out there and get him out of the inning. Forgot which inning that was. I want to say that was is that the 2nd inning? Or was that the 3rd? It was the 2nd inning where McGill got out, or no, the 3rd inning. Yeah, it was, where he got out of that jam there with that big double play to end the inning. But I don't know. Like, Christian Scott's going to have to come up at some point. This team just has too many question marks with the rotation that I don't know if I could even entertain the idea of, again, it's early, and to try and rope myself into this until I see a reason to believe in it, because there's just so many question marks, and I'm just aggravated with this crap already. And I don't know. I really, I'm not even sure what else I could say. Like, the defense that we were excited about, you got Brett Beatty, who can't field a damn ball. Pete Alonso, it looks like a damn circus out there watching him try to play first base. What is there to say? What is there to say other than, and you have Omar Narvaez with this terrible catcher interference. Like, what are you doing there? It's just aggravating. 1 for 4 with runners in scoring position, 8 left on in this game. Francisco Alvarez has no help in this lineup. He just doesn't. And if Pete Alonso wants that $300 million or whatever crap he wants, he's going to have to start playing better defense at the very least too. Sorry, he has to, because this is just unacceptable, the way that he's playing defense. And he needs to be swinging the stick better too than what he is in terms of runners on base. But I'm not going to be too mad at him, because he did go 2 for 4 at the end of the day. And that's more than what most of this lineup did. Hell, him and Alvarez combined for more hits than the rest of this Mets lineup. The only other guys that got hits were Marte, who we counted out going into the year. He's been at least decent. Tyrone Taylor, and then Brett Beatty. But Francisco Lindor and Brandon Nimmo, they get a pass, right? They get a pass for starting off the year slow more times than not, year in and year out, because they're superstars on this team, right? We're supposed to just give them a pass for that, apparently. That's not me. I'm not giving them a pass anymore for this slow start crap because they do this every year. This is just who they are. How many years in a row is this with Brandon Nimmo where he's off to a slow start? How many years in a row is this with Lindor going off to a slow start? Sorry, I'm past that. So they got to right the damn ship, and they're playing the Tigers, who are a better team this year than they've been in years past. Hell, they might be better than the Mets, though, at this point, because nobody's good enough right now. There's just nobody good enough, and this is just not competitive baseball. Not even competitive at bats that I'm watching. It's just sickening. It's pathetic. Leave a like if you guys haven't. Subscribe. Turn on your notifications. Let me see what you guys are saying in chat, though, before I wrap up this post-game show. I'm not even going to bother ranting too much more about this, other than the fact that, the fact that I have to rant 3 games in is just sad. And I'm not declaring that the season's over. They could turn it around, but I'm just so tired of this narrative that we should be giving guys a pass because they're superstars on this team. And, they're allowed to have, bad starts to the season and let themselves get into a rhythm. No, that's not how this is supposed to go. The weaker part of the schedule is now. This is a team that you had to at least take 1 game against, and you took none and didn't even look competitive really in any of the games outside of a Brett Beatty pitch hit home run and Francisco Alvarez showing up. That was it. Those were the only guys that looked competitive. So, just a shame. Going to be honest, I'm not even mad. We knew going into the year they had potential of a playoff team or potential of a 70-win team. I'm just mad because of the fact that when is it that this group is going to face consequences for their piss poor play? It's just exhausting. And this better be an evaluation year, and he better be evaluating this. Well, this better be under the damn microscope right now, what's going on, because if nothing changes after this, we got a whole different problem. And yeah, he's going to have a busy deadline, probably. And they do need to call those guys up sooner rather than later, because this is just going to be a long year otherwise. There has to be a core shakeup. There just has to be. Yeah. We're starting a decade. And I don't know what else there is to say other than they didn't just get beat. They got bullied by the Brewers, too, in the process. I don't know. Don't know what else there is to say other than this team needs to get their head out of their ass. And the fact that I'm in a spot where I need to rant 3 games in is just aggravating. It's not even entertaining baseball to watch. It's just same old. John Gibbons said Tyler McGill's shoulder was tender and he was sent for an MRI. That's great. So, Tyler McGill, yet again injured. I don't know what else there's to say anymore. Pete Alonso, definitely not ideal and definitely not what we wanted. We just need to keep playing hard and come ready to go for tomorrow. Play hard. You're like, there's no compete. What do you mean play hard when there's 0 compete? Whatever. It's just whatever. And meanwhile, Juan Soto's freaking tearing it up for the damn Yankees. Mets better be able to sign him this offseason, but does he even want to sign up for this crap? Probably not. Why would he? And yeah, I'm not blaming Stearns on this, but I like so far it's 3 games in, so I'm not going to be on the train about it, but his first managerial hire already is showing question marks and cracks 3 games in. Again, it could change very quickly. My mind could change on that, but 3 games in, mostly the first 2, obviously, but I don't even know. This is just putrid, pathetic, ugly, disgusting. Tomorrow they play the Tigers. Maybe. I think the weather's also supposed to be bad, so they might not. We'll be back at it again tomorrow to talk about this garbage yet again. Probably not going to be good at all, but we'll see. So leave a like here on your way out. Subscribe if you guys have not already. Turn on your notifications so you know when I upload or go live on the channel next. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Actually, maybe not for a live stream because the Rangers play tomorrow too. I don't know. I'll figure it out, but I'll see you guys in the next one either way.